you doing, guys? I'm Sean.
Hi everybody, I'm Lynn. I hope you're all having an amazing day today.
Absolutely fantastic day. Guys, listen, today's video we're going to be talking about Seriphos quartz. Now, absolutely fantastic. I'm going to tell you about them shortly. Basically, Seriphos comes from the Greek island Seriphos. It's only found in that location. Now, if you're familiar with Greek mythology, you'll know about the Medusa, the Gorgon, the female with the snakes in her hair. It was more like a devil there. The snakes in the hair, that anybody who looked on Medusa's eyes turned to stone. Well, Prase, as you know, the demigod, came to Medusa, cut her head off, and basically he came from Seriphos Island. So that adds a wee different dimension to the island, bit of a location. Not that you're going to get snakes growing out of your hair.
No, not if you get this crystal, you won't get any snakes coming out anyway.
But we actually think this crystal is absolutely fantastic. How long we got it? 6 years?
We've had this crystal for 6 years. Well, crystals, we've got a few of them for about 6 years now. And when we first got into this crystal, there was no information, or very, very little information online or in books about Seriphos quartz, which was a good thing because we didn't read up on it first, and that put the thought into our head. So me and Sean said, well, okay, we know nothing about this crystal. We were really drawn to it, and we thought we're going to spend some time with it, working with it, which we've done over the years. And this is our results. And the amazing thing is that now there's more information on this quartz out there, that our findings that we've done with our intuition and meditations and spending a lot of time with this crystal is almost identical to what's in the books as well, isn't it? Which is really interesting.
Now, it's not a new find type of crystal, you know, it's been going for thousands of years. Plenty and things like that have talked about it, you know, in the ancient scriptures and things like that. So it's a known crystal, but just we're familiar with it now just from working with it for 5 years, as Lynn said. When I first got it, I was giving up cigarettes, smoking, and intuitively I just kept carrying it. I found it very cleansing, helped me breathe, helped me things like that. And even at the odd time, I would have actually put, this is my one here, I would have actually put it in my mouth, you know. And I got more and more drawn with every single night I was working with it. I noticed my lungs was clearing, and like definitely when you give up cigarettes, you almost have like a relapse. You start to get all the guitar and the junk and things like that. So I found this was fantastic to help me to kick the fags. There was other things involved in it. So I'm not saying this crystal will certainly do it, but we found with the breathing aspect, even to this day, 5 years on, it's been absolutely fantastic, you know, just to hold, meditate with it, absolutely brilliant.
Oh, it's brilliant for the breathing, like, now, I tell you what, now rose quartz is a lovely one for calming you down, but I find that this one here, the Seriphos, is unreal, because if ever me and Sean have words, which isn't very often, is it? But like normal, everyone does. And I'm in a bad mood, or Sean's in a bad mood. We hold a piece of this, and it's absolutely fantastic for bringing you back down and calming you down. Or you have any bad news, or bill comes through the post, you go, bloody hell, look at that, and it gets you. This is amazing. It is the most calming crystal on the planet. It really is absolutely beautiful. And whenever we've taken this to bed with us, we have the most amazing dreams. It's absolutely incredible. Like, I'm always dreaming I'm on water, I'm on a ship, or I'm just floating along. It really is an amazing crystal, isn't it?
It says, like, you know, we found it great for calming. You know what I mean? You're having words, limit shout. Go and get your Seriphos.
Oh, it's amazing. It really is beautiful. Also, it's actually like a plant form. That might sound silly, but if you can get a crystal in a plant form in a crystal, then it would have to be Seriphos, because the colour of it and the actual feel of it's like a little plant. Yeah. It really is that gentle and calming. It's beautiful.
It is different. It's actually quite strange, because when you're working with crystals, they all have different energies, and then we're not saying that you're going to feel the exact same vibration as we're doing, because it's not the case. Lynn feels something, I'll feel something, but basically we have found it is almost plant-like, and it's actually hard to explain what we're talking about unless you're holding a piece. It's the difference between the Seriphos and the other crystals you'll find is that there's no real faces on it. They're layered on top of each other. It's a type of Prase, Prasam. It depends what way you want to pronounce it, but basically the difference between Seriphos and the other Prase crystals would be that the faces on them, there's no faces on the Seriphos. It's actually it's almost like all one, although they're layered on top of each other.
Yeah, almost like a candle quartz in the way it's all like many layers all on top of it. It's really unusual form, isn't it?
Without the faces on them?
Yeah, it's almost like a little laser quartz, but again without the faces. It comes up to a little point, like tapered at the top. But I mean, it's a lovely one. I always feel really connected with nature when I hold this. So if you're the type of person that hasn't got any park near you and you're in a very built up area and you can't get out and about in nature as much as you'd like, carry some of this with you and it'll make you feel really connected to nature, because it just is a real nature crystal, isn't it?
100%. And it actually grows, when it grows on the matrix itself, do you know what I mean? It's like a soft matrix and it comes off. Now, in Seriphos, where they're found, the government has now stopped it, harvesting off them, taking the crystals. Now, when we got into crystals, probably like yourself, we didn't really, you know, take on board the damage that was being done to get the crystals. You know what I mean? And it has to be damage done to the environment and things like that. So the government has stopped, you know, they've banned it now, so you can't get any Seriphos crystals from, I think it was a year or two ago, that it's now banned from getting it. We got ours 5 years. And you'll still get them on eBay and things like that, and you know they're fetching a good price, but be careful of, just familiarise yourselves with them first of all. Remember telling you cannot see the faces on these ones here, the Seriphos. It's actually all together, but the different colours are amazing.
Oh, the different shades of green as well. Like I'll show you this one here. These two are very pale green, like a lime green, and these are dark, so it comes in many, many different shades. And what gives it this amazing green, 40 shades of green, yeah, very emerald colour. And actually, it's not unlike colour-wise to moldavite, is it? But it's a completely different stone that nowhere near the extreme powerful effects of moldavite will give you. This stone is very gentle.
A lot of the
quite
fake
the opposite.
Ones, a lot of the fake moldavite
could actually be.
Could possibly be a Prase, you know what I mean? Because it's very similar.
Isn't it? It's quite alien-like also, and the texture. But this is nowhere near the powerful effects of moldavite. This is far gentle. It's a much calmer stone. Be a lovely one to use with children and animals and plants. So it's a good one for putting around your house plants as well.
Don't tell the kids a story about Medusa.
In fact, Rusty, our little poodle, as you know, he has a bit of a bad cough. He has a heart condition and he has a bit of a bad cough sometimes of the night. And we put some of the Seriphos under his basket, around it, hidden it under his basket, and he really eased his cough. He really eased it, didn't it? Now, there's no way an animal, like if you say that to a person, or I've given you some crystals to help with your cough, they could then psychologically, you think, well, maybe they're thinking of that and that's why it's happened, the placebo effect. But Rusty wouldn't know what he's got in his basket. He wouldn't know that. And whenever we use crystals, the amazing effects, isn't it?
I thought it was one of the snacks.
It's a great, yeah. But then, if you want to know what gives it that amazing green colour, look at that, it's just gorgeous. Well, it contains thousands of very, very tiny little actinolite needles growing all the way through the quartz, which gives it that amazing green colour. So you're getting the energy of the actinolite as well, which is a very earthly grounding mineral on top of the powerful quartz that's only coming from that one part of the world in that island. So it's quite amazing.
Quite fantastic. And we put the smaller pieces, well, these pieces here, like in the third eye, working on the heart chakra, working with the grids and things like that. It's all down to the intention, but there is just such a beautiful, gentle energy with it. And it's, you know, it certainly is a heart crystal, it's an earth crystal, and it's one we would say to you, if you can get your hands on one, burn in mind, you will see, you know, the prices have gone up unbelievably.
They have.
So we got these here, they were not expensive, and maybe that was, you know, at the time that people were probably going a wee bit, you know, mad and just taking them left, right and centre and became a business. But the prices now, they've gone up.
They've gone up a lot because obviously they've stopped mining these now, or harvesting them. But that sounds like a plant, doesn't it? But they've stopped obviously taking them now. So the only ones you'll have now are going to be online, and once they've gone, they've gone. So we're glad we got ours when we did. So
we've got about 10, 20, probably about 20 in total. And you know, they'll be with us for the rest of our lives, you know what I mean? Because just there's something special about them. We can use them weak grids, as I say. So if you haven't seen one, we would say tell you, you know, check them out, because I say they're fantastic.
Oh, it's lovely for working on the heart as well. If you lie down there and putting it onto your heart. Also on the third eye as well for relaxation. It's a wonderful one to relax with. Working alongside, I'd recommend definitely working with alongside rose quartz with this. Is amazing together.
If you get a wee piece of rose quartz and a bit of Seriphos, one in each hand, you'll be completely loved up. If you're feeling a bit down about yourself, down about the world, down about society, you want a bit of love coming into you. You want to calm the mind and gentle, because when you're in an angry state of consciousness, you know, things are looking completely different. So bit of Seriphos in one hand, bit of rose quartz in the other, just lay down and just let the love just evolve all around you. It's
That's amazing.
fantastic.
It actually does actually ooze love, funny enough, like the crystal holding this, it really does ooze love, doesn't it? Just thinking about this crystal makes me feel really happy. It's just beautiful. So again, it's a great one for using like around your house plants or even around the garden, using like for yourself, for relaxation, children, pets, anything. It's just an amazing crystal. But you see, if you can get hold of a piece, see what you get from it yourselves, because this is only what we get from it, isn't it?
That's it. Guys, listen, thank you very much for watching. And can I say, Teddy, we've just started up the Facebook account. As you know, we're not great on the internet and things like that. It's just technology and that contact. We're not good at it. But we've opened up a Facebook page. I think it is. Give us a like on it, or thumbs up, I think you call it. And it'll be brilliant. We're starting to get more into it. We had it one time before in November, December. It was a nightmare, so we just spent too much time on it. We just had it back off. We were on 6 weeks, we took it off. So it's back on again. If you get a chance, give us a wee like. Share these videos if you can. Help us get the message out there. We really appreciate all your comments and all your thumbs up. And guys, just know that we're sending your love from Ireland. And as I tell you, Seriphos, get yourselves a wee piece. It would be
wonderful. It's a lovely addition to your collection as well, because it's going to be very rare in the future, isn't it?
Definitely. Guys, let's see you later, and have a fantastic week ahead. And we're sending love you and sending you love, yeah?
Yeah. Send you loads of happiness smiling in the way.